Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got lead judges with me. We've just beaten West Ham 5-2 at the London Stadium. Maddest first half I think I've seen in football in a long time.
Strangest game of football for a long while. I didn't know really what to make of it. I think, it was so easy at one stage.
Yeah.
And then we switched off for a couple of minutes. Credit to them, they got a couple of goals. Then we stepped up again and scored. And then the second half was really a non-event.
Yeah.
But don't matter.
Do you think that was down to Mikel Arteta, the second half? All right, mate.
You're right there.
You all right?
You're right there. You all right, mate?
All right, mate.
Yeah. I think, I think there's always. I think that's one of the things it's a good thing, isn't it? If you've got a game in midweek, you can sort of come off the gas, conserve energy, and play like that. I think that's what we did.
Did you want to see more, Lowly?
No. 3 points in the bag. That's all it is. 5 goals away from home. I think I've seen enough. You know what I mean? So, and listen, second half. You've got to be wary of teams like that, because I thought they started leaving their foot about on the ball and all things like that, which teams do, when you've been sort of taken to the sword. So we had to be careful of that. There was a couple of late ones. One on Odegaard particularly was, I thought, a little bit nasty, I think, But listen, at the end of the day, job done, and we move on to Wednesday.
And how are you feeling ahead of that game? Because it's Man United. They've got a new manager. Do you feel that Arsenal are on? I said to Robbie, are they on this run now? Do you think we've kind of proven that we're back to our best?
Well, we're not back to our best yet, because like last season we got 6 here, so we're not quite.
You said you was happy with 5. You did. You greedy.
I never said I was happy. So you just asked me if we was quite our best. We're not. We got 6 here and we didn't concede. So, but we're getting there. Listen, the greatest thing about going in against Man United, and probably this game today as well, that that you're a better team. If we turn up and play, we'll win. That is such a key thing. I was a little bit nervous before the game. After 10-15 minutes, you thought to yourself, well, it's not only that we're going to win, it's by how many. Yeah. That's a nice thing to refer. Listen, I've had a stress-free afternoon. You come to the local rivals like West Ham, and you're having stress-free. We've had a stress-free week against Sporting. Yeah. A stress-free week against Forest. Stress today. Lovely, stress-free. I like that.
But people would say, though, surely at some point it might stop, and people would say law of averages maybe could be in the week. Or do you think that's not the case?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I think there's one good thing about Arsenal today, and I think you can see it out there in Lisbon, and you see it today. There's different phases of the game you have to navigate. Yeah. They got on top of the second in that little second phase of the second half. By the way, it's never a free kick. It was a great tackle from Declan Rice from where I've seen. So I will check it, but it looked like a fair tackle to me. But they've scored that. What you got to do then is you ride it. What do they do? Go up the other end, make it 5-2. Took the sting completely out of them, And there are parts of the game. Listen, West Ham, Sporting, Man United, they are going to have a phase in the game, because they're professional football clubs. They're good players. They're going to have a phase, and what you have to do is deal with ride it, and whatever you want to do, deal with it, dig in, and that's what they've done today. And I'm well happy. I am well happy.
Are you?
No,
you said 5.
How can I say this? I'm well happy and I'm buzzing that we've got the result. If you walk away with a last-minute goal, it's always better. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That feeling, all that.
Are you saying you're bored? You're going to say you're bored? Are you saying you're bored then? What are you doing? You want a last-minute winner instead of a 5? You're being greedy.
Julian had to nudge me a couple of times second half, see how I was awake. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, but it didn't have to be. Yeah. Like a couple of changes are made. Don't forget, it was probably, I don't know, at the end of it, I think they made 5 substitutions. We've made 5 substitutions. Yeah. It's a completely different teams that are starting, that are finishing. So, and that, disturbs a fascinating game of football. But I think there were still some good things to look at, some great football and that. And so listen, some great goals today.
Some good goals.
You asked me my favourite goal.
We'll get to that.
All right, okay.
Mikel Merino not being in there, Partey not being in the squad today, does that concern you, or is it?
Not today. I've just watched a masterclass from a central midfield player, 30 years of age. I don't know where he is. A masterclass, Jorginho. Wow. Absolutely masterclass.
Do you think he had that in him? Because I think a lot of I said
he's done it more often than not.
But he doesn't get much game. He pops up when it feels like he's the only option, but he always does. Like, you're right, he does always do well when he gets put in.
I honestly think you have to say, it's a compliment to him. I love the way he plays, because he hasn't got the legs of what a younger guy has. So he has to use his brain and intelligence, his football brain. He does it fantastically well. He's got time on the ball, he nicks the ball because he reads the game really, really well. And the second thing that I'd give him, which is the biggest compliment that you can give a player of his age and whatever, is that he's not always playing, but every time he's on the pitch, he is ready physically, mentally and everything. So that means a lot of training when you're not playing. You know, like we were stuck in the ground on Tuesday. You see him doing his running and everything like that. He wasn't first, I have to say, but he does his running and everything like that. But he obviously looks after himself and makes sure at the end of the day,
he's ready,
come whether it's 10 minutes as a substitute or 90 minutes like today, he's ready for it. So a massive compliment.
Let me see if you'll give him more of a compliment by answering this. He's on his 1 year extension. Would you give him another 1 year extension?
Yeah, why not? If he does all that, like, you know, if he does all that, you know, because at the end of the day, he contributes when he comes on.
Yeah.
He actually contributes when he don't come on. You know what I mean? He's like dictating things from the side and all that, like. And I imagine that in the dressing room and training and everything like that, if I was a younger player, I would be going, wow, look, he's at the end or towards the end of his career. Look how he's training. Look how he's doing what he's doing. It is an inspiration for the younger players, like, you know. So
let me end by asking you your favourite goalie. You can pretend Turkish is the camera.
My favourite goal was Kai Havertz. Absolutely lethal, one-on-one. Had no doubts that it was going in. Actually turned around and said, "Put it on the halfway spot, please." That's a goal for. And what finish, by the way?
Finish.
Who put the ball through? Because I was.
Trossard,
was it Trossard? Because I was so busy looking at them run and the space that Kai made. You know, like before getting onto the one-on-one.
Slotted it away nicely.
Very, very good. I also agree that Trossard's goal from a footballing perspective was fantastic as well. And I'll tell you another thing. You know, you have to give this compliment as well. The two penalties, no doubt. No doubt that Odegaard was going to score. No doubt that Saka was going to score. No doubt that he was going to score on Tuesday night. I think our penalty taking is real. We're going to miss the next one, but like, you know, that at the time that was very, very important penalties. I think Julian said, like, you know, just as Saka was going to take it. He said he's missed it here before, hasn't he? Like, you know, so
of course he said that.
Luckily he didn't hear that because he slotted it in. So listen, it's a fantastic night, fantastic result. And these are what we've got to do now, just keep chalking off these results. They might not be, you know, was it a Bournemouth last minute winner or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But these are the ones you need, like +3 goal today, like, you know, churned over, like, you know, nice 6 points. I think someone did tell me that, I don't know if it's true, we're second at this moment in time.
We're second,
So everything, like, you know, a good Saturday night.